Go.
Welcome to the Inefficient Podcast with Cat Pirate, our beloved leader, Monix, our German ambassador, Grumple, that guy who can't fly, and Cooper, our not so interesting but kind of interesting person of interest.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Inefficient Podcast. I'm your host, Cat
Hello.
Pirate. We have Cooper.
I'm Cooper, the person of interest who's not very interesting, apparently.
We've got Grumple.
Hello.
And we have Monix.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Yes.
How's everyone doing today?
Doing good.
Well,
Yeah,
it's not
we've-
like we have talked before.
You woke me up.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, it's like we've kind of already been talking for about an hour about just
Yeah.
random stuff, which we may even have to create like a pre-podcast about the
Podcast
No, no, no,
about the
The
podcast.
uncut podcast.
Imagine
That would be
doing
so much
no
better.
intro. No.
It's like
no
the South.
intro, no context. Just hit record when you hit enter the podcast cat and just let it run.
And we'll just
Yeah.
record the parts where we, mess with Pickle and...
No, we'll leave that in.
Nobody's gonna understand that one.
We were moving around the music bot in my Discord because Pickle was in it trying to listen to music, so we just kept moving it from channel to channel while Pickle followed it around.
until you gave up.
Now Pickle knows.
Yeah,
I
Pickle's one
just
of our
stopped
interesting
trolling.
characters. I met an interesting character last night on the way from home from work. So I was walking home from work, as I usually do because I don't have a car. So I was walking home from work and I have to walk past like Walmart every night to go up this hill.
No. Aaron.
And there's this dude who's just sitting there. Because I walk by the auto parts area. There's like a gap between our Walmart and there's a Lowe's. And then there's a little gap with like the auto area of the Walmart. And there's this dude sitting there. This like 60-year-old dude sitting there. And I'm on the Discord call. And he just starts talking to me about just like how he worked for this place and they got snowed in and he was there for 3 days. He just outright just starts talking to me in this conversation. I'm like, who the hell are you? Like, okay.
Do I
And
know you?
I just stop and I close out the Discord call and I'm just like sitting there listening. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let this guy tell a story and then I'm gonna keep going. He's like, well, what are you doing back here? And I'm like, oh, I'm just going home. Well, I have to go that way anyway, so why don't I just come with you? I'm like, oh, okay. I've got my hand in my pocket because I carry a pocket knife with me just in case this dude's gonna... Because, I mean, I'm not gonna hurt the guy. I just... When a guy says, I'll just come with you, and he's just a complete stranger who's hanging out at Walmart at 10 p.m., like, you gotta be cautious about that. And so he's just...
Support.
Yeah, that's why I carry
Episode
this
3,
thing.
Cat Pirate Life Robbery.
Cat's like, I won't hurt him. I'll just do the martial arts thing where you cut them in specific places where they can
Yeah.
no longer perform
I'll just
martial arts.
no, I just hold the knife in the CS:GO position, and they know, oh shit, this guy's a surfer. He means business.
This guy's serious.
The funny thing is, I can actually also switch between holding it like forward and backward, sort of like CS:GO thing.
Yeah. Well, when you have it holding in the CS:GO position, it's harder to knock it out of your hand, and you can also get more
Yeah,
leverage
I
for
know.
a stab. But that's why if someone's trained to use a knife if they hold it with the different grip. Because if you're just holding it like how you normally cut things, you can just knock it out of someone's hand or
Like West Side Story.
or something. Yeah.
Interesting knowledge.
Like someone
you remind
who
me that-
holds a knife like this usually knows what they're doing or has had some experience with one.
So
Or
tell me,
watched a
Kat,
movie.
have you been professionally trained? Are you a Navy SEAL? And you have been
No.
trained on the use
He's
of
a ninja.
of
I've got my training from the master of FPS Russia and gun YouTube channels. Ian from Forgotten Weapons.
Got it. I personally just walk around with some mace. That's my go-to.
Windu?
Mace works, man. Like I remember, you can use it. You can use it for human, or sometimes rabid dogs, because they do that.
I use mace against battle droids.
There you go. That works.
Mace Windu.
But yeah, Kat, you actually reminded me of, there's a guy in my neighborhood that we have nickname, or that, not like we have as in like my workplace or anything, but, he is known, he's infamous in my area as the drunk crackhead.
Ah.
His name is Spunky D.
Spunky
It's not his
what?
real name. I don't know his real name, so it's not like dog
well,
or
yeah.
anything. But yeah, Spunky D. Spunky and then the letter D. And the worst thing is he lives in the neighborhood behind the AutoZone I work at, so there have been probably 10 times where I've been changing a battery and he just comes up to me with a beer bottle in his hand and just leans on me like, "What you doing there, buddy?" But the thing is, you can't understand him.
Yeah, he's got one of them thick southern accents.
What you doing? I got some bad hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so
I can understand you, but
as I walked with this guy, I kind of realized that he wasn't really a threat, and he was just some sort of mad person who was just out, like some dementia person, because he just started talking about religious stuff. And he was just talking about, it's the Bible, it's the end times is coming, and homosexuality is a sin. I'm like, yeah, sure, yeah, God didn't create that. I'm just like, whatever you say, bud.
How did you know that?
Because the Bible says.
Some of my most interesting conversations always come from.
Did he read
drunk
the
people.
Bible sequel?
I didn't ask him. I was just sort of went along with his his little rant about this.
Well, there was homosexuality in the Bible.
Imagine reading the Bible and then just like these people who are saying, "Hey, no, it says this in the Bible," and just proving them wrong. Like, no, this doesn't stand in the Bible. Imagine doing that.
Well, part of my brain wanted to say, well, the Bible's been translated like 15 million different times before you've read it, so it may have said something about it earlier that's been edited out by some country or something. But I just wanted to get out of the situation, and I was just like, you're right, and just kept walking.
One of my favorite conversations about the whole Bible spiel thing was this guy was like, I don't believe in all these other languages of the Bible. I only read it in the original language, in English. And if it ain't in English, I don't believe it. It's like,
You mean Hebrew?
You're stupid.
No, they say English.
No, I only read the Bible, dude. Bible's only in one language, and that's American.
It was originally in Hebrew, right? No, in English.
No, I read the American Bible. Where George Washington is the son of God.
I had to think of Samuel L. Jackson saying like, "Speak English, motherfucker."
No, he actually quotes the Bible in that scene.
I know. I've seen Pulp Fiction.
I need to watch that movie. That's on my watch list of movies.
You haven't seen it yet?
I have not. I've only seen that one scene, and that's enough to make me want to watch it.
I'm gonna have to make a list of movies that Kat should watch.
I've watched a lot of older movies. I've watched like Purple Rain and a lot of movies. Like a lot of cult classics.
I watch a lot of movies, and he mentions Purple Rain.
Purple Rain.
Purple Rain?
I've watched the Fifth Element. I've watched Die Hard. I watched a lot of movies.
I'm a very cultured individual. I've been watching movies from the black and white stuff when there was no sound. I'll watch all that. Hence my Charlie Chaplin joy.
Yeah, there goes Kat.
There you go.
The silent movies.
That's what they call it.
Silent ASMR before ASMR. The only real ASMR is a silent movie.
It's not silent movies. It's just ASMR movies. It's
You know
so
what,
much
we'll dedicate the
ASMR
rest of
that
the
they don't
stream.
even need sound.
We'll
Exactly.
dedicate the rest of the stream to the silent movie era. Everybody go.
Bye.
The silent podcast. Could you imagine?
We lost.
Just upload an audio file of just like white noise. Just static.
Hey, my RTX I think edited that out. Or
Yeah.
shut up. It's funny.
Just dead
I
silence.
tried to get it to work on a non-RTX card and it didn't work.
I still want an RTX card. Though that RTX 30 do be looking kind of thick. The 3080 do be looking kind of thick. With that dual
Yeah.
fan setup.
You
It's
mean one
got-
on each side?
Yeah, it's got a... It's like a blower card. It's got like a fan that's like on one side,
Do you
and
have a
it's got...
graphics card with a girl on it on your floor?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm cleaning my room
Where
right
do
now.
you
It's
keep your
it's
graphics
normally
card
it's
with
normally
girls
on a
it, Cooper?
it's normally on a shelf, but I'm cleaning my room right now, so it's on the floor along with another couple graphics cards. But it's got like a fan. It's got like a fan on the back here, and it's got like a fan here, and it's like it's weird. I don't like it.
Well, it's supposed to be like much better at cooling, but
Just slapping more
that.
fans on something doesn't make it run cooler. See any AMD card.
well, it normally has two, but they just moved the sides and distributed the heat differently.
You know what? The coolest graphics card I have has no fans on it.
Is it water cooled?
Yes.
Ah.
So just water cool the card. That's your solution.
Me and Monix are over here just listening.
Yes.
Nah, I'm just vibing.
Just
Me and Kat
vibing.
could talk about stuff like this for
Yes.
more than
We-
a podcast.
You say
I
it
believe
could,
it.
but we literally do. We sat and we
Yeah,
had
we
like
literally do.
an hour conversation about the RTX cards, the new ones, and just how ugly they are. That speaking of ugly, have you seen the PS5? The router?
The router?
Yeah.
The Wi-Fi router.
The
I've only
Comcast
seen a
router.
Wi-Fi router.
See, it's Wi-Fi, but spelled with two I's at first, because it also looks like a Wii.
It does. It's a Wii, yes. The Wii
It's
and
a
the mini
Wi-Fi.
fridge.
The
Actually
Wi-Fi
having to take a
router.
look at it.
Yeah,
I
I mean
just
we're
saw it for
pretty
the
late
first
to
time.
talk about that.
We are kind of late
Well,
on the
the meme-
bandwagon, but I mean,
The
like,
memes, the
We're
memes
not the
have
most
already
efficient
died.
people here.
well, it's only been 2 weeks since the last podcast, so that's about normal.
Yeah.
I mean, for a twice a month podcast,
Go on.
for a twice a month podcast, I mean, 2 weeks apart is about twice a month, so
Yeah, so it's probably gonna happen that we're eventually
Yes.
gonna talk about something that happened 2 weeks ago.
y'all heard about
because-
coronavirus? No.
I mean, we only charge $5 per listen, so
Exactly.
not bad.
Might as well
Unless
talk
you
about
sub
the
with
news.
Twitch Prime.
Press F to print money, I guess.
But yeah, the Xbox One Series X, that's not going to get anyone confused at Christmas time. Microsoft needs to fix their names. The Xbox Series X versus the Xbox One X.
Oh, you mean
Who's
the mini fridge?
yes, the Xbox One X is the old one. The Xbox Series X is the brand new, the mini fridge, the cube, or
Wasn't there
the big
like,
rectangle.
A name called Xbox Scarlet or something like
Yes, that's the code
Yes.
name that they use. That's like their project name. They're used
It is a
because
mini fridge.
yeah, because
that? That
the
name was better.
the Xbox Series X and the Xbox One X are so similarly named. I'm afraid that it's going to be a Wii and Wii U situation where some like 70-year-old grandma's like, "Oh, my kid wants the Xbox. Well, they're the same thing, so I'm just going to get the Xbox One X." And he's not going to be able to play. I mean, he's not going to be able to play any of the new games. Yeah.
That just mean Granny gets to buy two.
Kind of sounds like false advertisement at some point.
It's kind of
Because
amazing how small the Xbox One X is.
This
Like that's yeah. The Xbox
is actually, it's the Project Scorpio edition.
ooh, the special one. I want
That
that.
was a PS2.
I'll take
Their
that.
special edition Xbox.
No, Grumple, that's not a PS2.
This is
This
a PS2.
this is a PS2. It's upside
there you
down.
Oh
go.
wait, mine has cords attached to it, so I can't pull it out. But I
Yeah.
have the PS2 Slim.
Just
No,
move the
I've got
camera.
I've got the thick boy. This one takes a hard drive, like a full fat hard drive.
Here's a more powerful computer than the PS2.
It's a Raspberry Pi.
Where's my Nintendo DS? I need to compete. God damn it! Really, where is it? I totally forgot where I put it.
I just have the Game Boy
So you're
Micro.
saying PlayStation, Sony got their naming conventions right in comparison to Xbox.
Well, you can kind of
PS1,
tell which.
PS2.
Yes. Like with
I mean, which is the more obvious?
It's-
Oh, there's my.
it's great
there's
with
my-
it's actually pretty great with Sony because then you can just be like, you don't have to be like, I wonder what the next PlayStation's gonna be called.
Yeah.
They went 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the next one? The PlayStation 720.
PS Infinite because
PS
of course,
Infinite.
The PS
They did the
Infinite.
same thing with Halo. You're right, Modix. They went from Halo 5 to Halo Infinite.
No,
for
and
the
after
sixth
that,
game.
They're gonna do the
PS
Xbox
Reach.
Eternal.
The
Xbox Eternal.
Have you guys ever seen that PS10 commercial?
The
what?
PS10? No.
PS10.
No.
It was a commercial. I think they had. I think PS2 was out or something, and they're like, it's like this super fancy orb thing. You look it up on YouTube. This super fancy orb and like virtual reality, and this person's doing this amazing game. And
They
it's
got
like,
some of it right.
PS10, but meanwhile, PS2.
The PS3 commercial with the baby was really weird and cursed. Do y'all remember that?
Nah.
The which one?
They had a PS3 commercial with like a baby in it. That was just like this baby that was just like obsessed with him. It was like, "Ah." And there's a PS3 just like sitting in a blank room, and this really freaky looking like baby that was 3D rendered was just like walking towards it, and that was the commercial.
Yeah, Sony does have some freaky commercials. I've seen a few of them. I do remember.
I'm not sure who's gonna win the console wars at this rate because it's kind of close. Microsoft
PC.
really needs to come out. Yeah, well, PC. I'm saying the console plebs that are fighting below. Us PC chads win all the time. I'm talking about like between the PS5 and the X.
West side.
Yeah, the PS5 and the Xbox. I don't know. PlayStation's got a pretty good. PlayStation got a pretty good foot in the door because they've got all the exclusive games that everyone wants. They got the new Dark Souls and everything, the Dark Souls like remake game. Whereas Microsoft
Souls
just
is
has Halo.
On sale right now, right?
Yeah, it's on.
Halo itself is good. I mean, Halo 3 is next in line. Like,
Yeah, well, that's the Master Chief Collection. That's already out. I'm talking the new Halo, Halo Infinite. That's basically Microsoft's one card that they have for this whole situation is Halo. They don't really have any other exclusive games. I was hoping that since they bought Obsidian, maybe they'd announce that they had like a new Obsidian game, or maybe they could pull out like a delayed release of like New Vegas 2. Could you imagine?
Ooh, Crisis is on sale.
Yeah, Crysis has been on
Yeah,
sale.
there's that summer sale on Steam.
Yeah, the summer sale.
oh. What
Yeah.
a coincidence, because that's the next topic.
Yeah. It'll be nice though because they're actually going to be the thing is that these consoles for the past 2 generations have been using AMD chips, and AMD since like 2001 has been basically just their highest end processors were like the low end of what Intel could make. They were basically just going for we make something cheaper than Intel. And now they actually have something that's better than the Intel chips. So now that games on consoles are going to be so much better, that means games on PC are going to be better.
Yeah, that's good.
That's literally.
I really shouldn't have started bringing up my Nintendo DS because right now I'm really playing on that.
Oh my gosh! Stop playing Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the video game on
Just gotta flex that I'm Team Ryzen.
I haven't charged my DS in what 3 years.
So
At
you're
this-
saying that this really is an inefficient podcast for you, Monix. You're
Yes, it's
playing a
truly-
game while podcasting.
Yeah, I actually thought about just loading up Minecraft on the PC too.
I just bought the original Crisis to see if my computer can run it.
The original Crisis.
Crisis
aka
3 is
Crisis 1.
Crisis 3 is one. I don't even need to buy it because EA owns it, and I've got the Origin access. I've been considering getting
Yeah,
I've been considering cancel Origin Access because all I use it for is Battlefield anyway. So I just buy Battlefield on Steam and then just cancel Origin Access. But I've heard that it's been ported over very poorly. So
That was Battlefield 5, you said?
Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5.
Oh, I've got Battlefield 1 too.
Just all the Battlefield games and Star Wars Battlefront. I've heard they were all.
I think I actually thought.
Well, I've
about
got the
getting-
originals on disc. Yeah, Monix?
I thought about getting Battlefront 2, but well, I don't.
Original Battlefront 2 or the really good looking one?
The new one.
The new one. I've already.
The
had
new
it.
one they fixed. They fixed all the
I have-
issues.
I had
Yeah,
the old.
the new one.
I-
The new one looks great on PC. I have Battlefront 1, like the new Battlefront one.
Yeah,
But,
Are we talking about Battlefront or Battlefield?
Battlefronts. The Star Wars one.
Yes.
The one with the
Ah,
lightsabers.
But yeah, Kat, I actually got Battlefront 2, the original one, to work, so we could play that sometime on
Nice.
stream because
Yeah.
Actually,
it actually looks really nice on PC in like 1080p.
It's not a bad game. It's still a lot of that game holds up to the test of time because it's still fun even 15 years later.
yeah.
It's still more fun than the Battlefront 2 that came out when it originally came.
Capital Supremacy is actually a lot of fun. I will say that the original is still better, but the
Yeah.
margins have closed a lot since they've updated it.
Yeah, but
I
like,
think
the
once
original
you-
Battlefront with like a billion light years ahead of
Yeah.
the current thing.
Yeah, that's the problem. I think that they either needed to do more, come out the gate
Because-
with capital supremacies type stuff.
No,
Or-
can I say
Yeah.
something about that? Like,
Yeah.
I felt like the newer Battlefronts were really about graphics,
Yes.
just graphics.
Which they looked great.
I
The
mean, yes,
problem
you can't
is-
argue with that, but
The problem is, if you're just gonna make the Battlefront, if you just want the new graphics, just use the old gameplay style. Nothing was wrong with it. You know, the two,
Yeah, just remaster
the
it.
space battles and everything. Just upgrade the graphics. That's all you had to do in the new engine. Upgrade the graphics, keep the gameplay the same. But I guess you can't monetize that with microtransactions because, you know, that's EA.
Oh my god,
Oh.
there's so much stuff on special. Dead by Daylight is on special?
Yeah.
The new Battlefront is on half off it.
Yeah, like everything. Steam Summer Sale is great, man.
Kat, we
Yeah,
should
they
play
even have,
Battlefront.
like-
We should play both Battlefront 2s.
Yes.
I'm buying the new one now.
I got World at War for like $10, and that's a pretty fun game. I forgot how good the campaign was for that.
Red Dead is on special again?
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
The thing that I love about Steam sales that just Epic Games and everyone can't compete with, is that Steam literally put, before Half-Life Alyx launched, they had like $5 off on one of their sales on Half-Life Alyx.
Mm.
I
So you're
think
saying Steam wants people.
yes,
to
Steam
like
summer
them.
sales, like there's a whole meme about how insane the prices are. Like Witcher 3 for the game and all the DLC. A game that came out like 2 years ago and is like as popular as Skyrim, just as good, is awesome. And it's $15 for that and all the DLC. Like, it'll clear out your wallet if you look too long enough. You gotta be
Yeah, that's
frugal.
why I stopped looking.
Yeah. Well,
I
I've
just spent $25 and
see. I have the advantage of the only games that I'm looking at. I have the advantage of only looking at the new games that have come out because I've already purchased all the old ones. I spent all my money on the old games, like all the Far Cries and everything. I spent all that
Hey,
last
I bought
year.
you a couple.
And how
I bought you a
inefficient
couple
he is
games.
with
I
money.
bought you a couple games too, Cooper.
Yeah, but the games I bought you were much better.
Cat bought me games where your
I
games,
did.
Cooper. Cat loves me more.
I do. Yeah.
You don't want the games I gave Kat.
You really don't.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Hand Simulator was funny.
speaking of oh dear, I have a thing that because I just muted myself. Like my brother told me something. Like Iran has issued an arrest warrant for Donald Trump, apparently.
That was
What?
that was a while back.
Yeah, that was in January, and
That was in January,
they-
yeah.
apparently they were asking Interpol for help.
Iran is not gonna. Iran is irrelevant.
Yeah, immediately when all that came out, I made a meme that showed the amount that the U.S. spends on military and the net worth of Iran.
Yeah, we spend more a year than Iran makes in like 10.
Oh, it's like 600 billion to 3 billion.
Yeah, it's
Dang.
It sounds
settle
weird.
That-
That's the
1
country
billion?
that's
No,
calling for our
I'm pretty
president to
yeah.
get-
Well, I'm pretty sure all that is water under the bridge because basically just I think the only reason that Iran launched those missiles because they were they didn't kill anyone. They fired missiles at empty military bases and they called that a victory. That's all they wanted. They didn't want to start a war. They just wanted to be like, this is our revenge for our
We did
people.
something.
We've evened the playing field now. You killed one of our top advisors, and we blew up a building that had no one in it, that nobody cared about.
See, but that's at the point where if they actually did, like, if there was one soldier in that building, all of Iran would be gone right now.
I mean, to be fair, do you know how to put into context how powerful the U.S. Military is? The largest air force in the world is the U.S. Air Force. The second largest air force in the world is the U.S. Navy.
Yes.
And I believe the third is the U.S. Army. Or Russia, one of those two.
Why the fuck do you need 3 sections that are so big that they take place A, B, and C?
Well, Air Force is different than Navy Air Force, because Navy Air Force basically has their own planes.
Okay, this got pretty political quite quick.
Yeah.
It's like the fifth largest is Coast Guard.
The coast, with the way that America's going, I wouldn't be surprised if the Coast Guard just they rise up the USS North Carolina and the Coast Guard gets these battleships. These World War II battleships.
Speaking of which, today's sponsor is World of Warship.
Yeah. Use code MODX to get the Bismarck, and like 1,000 gold.
Sink it to the ocean.
Yes.
1,000 doubloons.
Fall for it,
Doubloons.
We need to get
Somebody's
sponsored
actually
by that.
typing.
For a free game,
Code
it's not
MODX.
bad.
It's not, actually, yeah. Isn't it made by the same people that did, like, World of Tanks or something?
Yes.
'Cause that was a
Wargaming.
good game, too.
World of
I've never
Tanks.
played World of Tanks.
World of Tanks and World of Warships are pretty good. World of Warplanes, I don't think is popular. I think War Thunder has stolen that.
I don't know.
I
I
don't know.
haven't played War Thunder either.
I haven't. I've played War Thunder for a couple minutes and that was it. And then I uninstalled it.
So it's kind of like
Because-
me and Doom
because-
2016.
Well, just because I didn't want
I
to.
played Doom 2016 for
Because
69.
the only game that I feel waiting like 20 minutes to get into a queue for is Tarkov. I don't feel like waiting like 5 minutes to get into a queue for my ship to get immediately sunk by some dude in a submarine or an aircraft carrier.
hmm
And have to wait again.
Now I should feel bad for waiting that long sometimes on Halo. But now Invasion.
Well, in
is-
Halo, when you get killed, you respawn. In World of Warships, you die and you don't.
No, it's no.
You
what
die
I
and you
mean
have to
is-
re-queue.
No,
Yeah.
I really want to play Invasion again, but the issue is it's ranked so competitive thing. But
Of course
Like,
you
it's
want to.
playing-
Of course you want to play Invasion.
I can't find a match. I haven't found a match in freaking Invasion in like 3 months.
Is that all you guys care about?
Yeah, it's
In-
just
Invasion? Is that all you? Okay, that's the only game mode that the Germans play is Invasion.
Oh shit.
What else do we have to talk about today?
I really should have thought more about that.
Oh no, we don't have a lot of topics written out because we're efficient or inefficient.
Yes.
It's in the name.
As we proved with the
Yes.
first 5 minutes of recording this, when
But I mean, the sad
we didn't hit
subject
record.
was the
Yeah.
fact that there was no subject.
Yes.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, exactly. Like Rumpel wrote out the notes, like intro, cat's funny story as an appetizer.
Yeah.
PS5,
well, I guess since-
Xbox as a dessert for some reason. Like
I mean, we could
salt
we could
and
touch on that
different
again.
order, and then I just
main thing. The main
well,
thing
since me,
is our
since me and
lack of
Kat are
topic.
the only ones who have some inefficient item of the week or whatever, we're like
Inefficient item of
bad-
the episode.
a bad use of money.
A bad use of money.
An
I
inefficient use.
wouldn't
of
say
money.
it's an inefficient use of money is not buying a desk and instead buying Hearts of Iron 4 for 3 different people.
Or just fucking guns.
Well, that's
which
America.
all 3 people, I'm sure, just
Yeah.
really appreciate it, Cat.
Yeah.
Here, do you want me to
As
show?
a third of those people,
I wanna
I can say that.
I
I'm-
first thought you were gonna say something like there's
Yeah.
three of us against you. You're odd.
Oh!
Which
Yeah.
remind me of like the Mandalorian where he's like, I like those odds.
Yes, that's me and Hoi 4. That's what I wanted to do today, but I don't know if we can because I've heard that
1970s
that
rock.
This is
Yes.
this is what I
Ooh, a
found.
pet rock. I remember
Yes. Back in the 70s, a guy became an instant millionaire when he sold rocks, pet rocks, for
I wish I could have done
$3.25
that.
each.
that big of a thing.
I wanna make millions of dollars from pet rocks.
Yeah, and they came with certificates of authenticity.
Gary Dahl,
Yes.
California advertising man, came up with the idea of a pet rock in 1975 after a conversation with friends about cats, dogs, and birds being too much trouble and costing too much money. He said a pet rock was an ideal pet, easy and cheap. Dahl spent the next 2 weeks writing the Pet Rock Training Manual, a step-by-step guide about taking care of it and how to train it. We went to Builder's Supply store and found a Rosarita beach stone and sold for a penny. He packed the stone in a box shaped like a pet carrying case along with a book. Oh my god.
I need to.
I should
We'll
add
link
this
all these
to-
products down in the description.
Yeah.
I need
Yeah,
to
yeah.
collect some stone.
I've been considering getting myself an actual gun, like a Mosin Nagant, just to have.
God damn it.
To-
Stupid. Seriously, like
I'm American, okay?
still.
I'm pretty sure Cooper has shot a gun
Saying
before.
That, like it justifies the purchase.
Grumple, have you
could
shot a
spend the
firearm?
money on far more important things.
No.
No.
The
You
desk.
haven't?
No.
Desk.
Hmm.
No, you mean
He's
out of a
not-
video
he's
game,
not
I
afraid.
Yeah.
assume.
Yes, out of a video game.
Just get the desk.
No, I'm more of a bow and arrow guy, which I hadn't
Yo,
even
me
shot
too.
too much of that. But the few
Grumple,
times that I
competed
have,
in archery.
ooh,
Grumple
now
versus
you're
Cooper.
more interesting to me.
I'm a more not interesting person of interest.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, I competed back in middle school. I was the
Same.
best on our team.
I was pretty good.
Wow. Nice.
I don't know why I stopped because my most recent score was a 48 out of 50.
I stopped because I thought that bows and arrows were a stupid thing to try and learn because guns are outwardly superior.
My bow is under my bed somewhere.
I mean, am I wrong? They used to
Well,
be good back when I
Pros
was,
and cons. Technically, the bow and arrow is silent, and then you have the guns that aren't. So
It's called a
and plus,
suppressor. It's called
What?
a suppressor. They don't make the gun
You can-
silent, but you just
can
you hear
make
you hear
bow
a
and arrow from scratch.
you hear a little psst, and then
do it.
you're dead.
See, if you're stuck in the
Well,
woods,
actually, you're
right?
dead before
and
you
you,
hear it,
you need to forage. You're
I'll
on
let
an
you slide.
island. What do? Do you try to make a bow and arrow, or do you try to make a gun? And take about 10 years trying to figure out how to do that.
No, I make a Yoka pistol from Rust.
Yoka pistol.
The pistol that you just slam a rock against, and that's what lights the cartridge.
Well,
What?
in Ark, that you can get all the way up to guns pretty.
Yeah.
I have that game now because it was free.
Yeah,
I actually
same.
had to play that. I'm looking up Yoka pistol.
It's I forgot how to spell it. It's a weird
I
spelling.
see. The, the topic turns to guns, and instantly I don't know what to say.
You have Nerf guns.
That's not the same thing.
it's the same thing for kids that like Nerf guns.
Well, my thing with a Mosin is that you can buy a Mosin Nagant for $100, and it shoots bullets that are cheaper than Nerf darts. I don't know. I don't think that's some. I don't think that's something. I'm not gonna be able to get one for a while because my mom is anti-gun. So it'll be when I move out on my own that I would do it.
Well, as you can tell, chat, viewers and listeners and everybody who's here listening, the subject that we're talking about is nice Coop, is the lack of subject, and that was kind of like the so we were gonna actually record this last week. We're going to talk about not talking about anything, and that's why we called this one the attack of the missing topic.
It's the show about nothing.
Yes. So we have a few ideas. We have some things that we are thinking about that it can be the subject for this for the podcast, and obviously those can kind of like cycle through. So Cooper just sort of presented an example of one of the things that we can do, which I think is a great idea, which is we find an inefficient item. We all find it throughout the week, and you just find a random thing, and then you guys pretty much vote on who picked the most inefficient item. So 4 items, we kind of compare it on the show, we talk about it, walk through it, and then you guys pick one. We also had like a few other subjects I feel like we were kind of considering. There was that. There was maybe we could do like inefficient uses of money. Well, that kind of falls into like the same thing. Maybe foods. Maybe something regarding foods you could probably do.
DoorDash.
Like gamer foods. DoorDash type stuff. What else do we have? I have a notepad here. Hold on. Let me see. We could talk about favorite snacks, favorite gaming foods, comfort foods, desserts. Obviously, I was hungry when I wrote this.
Things you shouldn't eat a whole bag of.
Yeah.
2 pounds.
You know one thing we could do now that you showed that? We could talk about interesting reviews from Amazon.
Oh
on,
no.
Said inefficient items, maybe.
Sec. Let me look up some KFC reviews here.
the 2 pound bag of gummy bears. That's where I go to read stuff that's just.
Well, this is actually 14 ounces, so just under a pound.
People on Amazon under the 2 pound sugar-free gummy bears, because people it's become a meme basically where people write these joke reviews. They're like these Norm Macdonald's sort of jokes where they start off as like a story. It's like, I invited this girl over to my apartment. We had a good dinner and everything. They go through this very detailed story about this, and all of a sudden it takes a turn where it's like, and all of a sudden I felt this rumbling in my stomach. And I was like, that's not good.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing that happens when you eat half a bag of these in one sitting. And then
it just turns into like the aristocrats joke sort of thing, which is like, and all of a sudden I was just exploding all over the apartment.
I think I've read those, or you've read it to me, and they're very poetic. They
are
artistically written.
These
it's
people,
like somebody with like a degree.
You could write a novel.
Yeah, and to write these reviews of, and then all of a sudden I felt a gurgling in my stomach, but I wanted to deny the feeling that I had within my soul. It's just like so old.
There's one that I remember.
Somebody took some time here.
Somebody had too much time.
Yeah.
So I think we were like considering one of those. What else could we probably do? I mean, it's kind of like open to like anybody who's listening. If you guys can bring us ideas as to what to talk about, I mean, we'll come up with stuff. But if you guys have like good thoughts or ideas that you just want to hear us talk about, I mean, that'd be pretty sweet. We can just kind of figure that out. For now, we have like the items thing. I think that one is pretty good. We also considered maybe like movies or something, but I don't think Cooper watches too much movies, and Kat, and I mean, I watch a lot of movies, so we could probably even do like a little movie review type thing, but we'd actually have to like sit down and watch something. That could be something.
We'll have a watch party. Sure. We'll all watch John Wick together.
Yeah.
I did that in a Discord call once, and when I was part of Michael McChill's community a lot more.
Oh,
When,
really?
like 6 months ago, we all just sat down on Discord and watched the first John Wick together.
Have you seen 2 and 3?
I saw like the first 10 minutes of 2, and that was it. I have not seen.
I have seen 2 and 3, and without giving spoilers, it gets better compared to.
Oh,
No,
I think I've only seen one.
Better.
So
I think the part. I think the I think the thing that's the thing that I'm waiting for Keanu Reeves is Cyberpunk. I don't know how much he is in Cyberpunk,
But it doesn't matter. He's gonna become.
but I want him. I kind of hope that he's sort of like Liam Neeson in Fallout, where he's probably not going to be like the main character or like a huge character, but he'll be a decently sized part of the story. He'll help you in a few missions, that kind of thing.
I feel like he's gonna be like a voice in your head or something that's just constantly there. Like that's the kind of like a feeling I got from the trailer, and that's where my
Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga.
The boogeyman.
Oh yeah, so also regarding subjects we talk about, one thing
That man killed a dog. I want him dead.
one thing that we were obviously going to talk about is video games because we all enjoy video games, and so
See my Command and Conquer copy back there.
Nice. Then there's the thought of also tech talk with Cooper and Kat. They're very huge aficionados when it comes to technological things, and then me and Monix can just be like the normies.
My
Well,
tech tips.
I don't know if Monix is
Oh, we're just
technologically.
Grumple, you have the things that we will be talking about and want to get.
Yes.
See, I use things and I appreciate things. Now, the inner workings of everything and the speed and the RAM and the chip size and how this fits into
You're
this.
not-
And
I mean, Grumple is right because he was literally talking to me like, I was looking at getting an RTX 2080 Ti. I'm like, you have one. You have one. You have an RTX 2080. It's not the Ti, but the Ti is like 5% better.
it's like, but it's got its.
You
Like
have
5% better and $500 more
yes.
for just the word titanium after it.
I don't know if that's worth the money.
Linum
That
Ti.
way You might as well get some Trident Z Royal. Oh,
He already has some.
I can't turn.
Grumple,
anymore.
Okami has the 12-core CPU.
It's right there. You can see my. Actually, it's Trident Z RGB, not Royal. But
Flex.
The RAM in my computer is terrible.
Oh, you know the other
the
thing we
RAM
do?
in my second computer, I can just bring it over.
Inefficient video games. Like kind of like a job simulator thing. We could even make it even like a stream out of that, maybe. That might
An
be-
inefficient video game for me was Fallout 4, because I literally spent hours upon hours upon hours on end just playing that game. Just building settlements, like in Minecraft. I played Fallout 4 like Minecraft with guns. That's how I found so much entertainment from it, because I would just go around, I'd kill things, take the junk and scrap it down, and then build these massive, like, compounds.
Oh, that's one way to do it.
And my
Here's
last idea that I can think of is meme/videos that could fall under. I mean, they don't have to be inefficient, but we could actually react to.
Here's the other RAM I have.
That's still better than my RAM. I need a new motherboard. I need a new motherboard, Cooper. You want to give me that one?
This is only 3200 speed, 16 gigs.
I have 2400 megahertz RAM.
Okay, I'm out.
Why?
Me and Monix
On a
are like,
Ryzen chip.
we hear higher numbers. Higher number mean better.
It does. It literally does.
Basically DDR3.
That's DDR4.
No, it's basically DDR3 with that speed.
Oh yeah, mine.
like-
Yeah,
That's high-end DDR3.
yeah. I know.
All
It's
right,
terrible.
Calm down. Don't make me get the hose. Calm down.
And I've tried overclocking it and it doesn't work. You can't overclock what I have. other than
I
like
can't get
100
mine past
megahertz.
3200.
Cannot overclock what is already overclocked.
It isn't though. It's just bottom of
I
the
know.
barrel. I spent $20 on 16 gigs of RAM.
I mean, this would actually be like an okay board to overclock with. It's
I don't care. My motherboard overclocks just fine. It's the RAM that's the problem. Actually, the problem with my motherboard right now is the fact that I've killed it.
what did you do to it?
I killed the sound on it. The sound chip is
Sound
dead.
card.
I have one.
Oh,
It's a little dongle.
get that high quality HD audio.
I'll take the RAM that you're not using.
No,
Take
I'm just
them
gonna grab a 3400G and throw it in here, and then boom, competent gaming machine.
Yeah. I don't know.
This is good.
Oh,
Um,
by the way,
Yeah.
one thing that we were considering talking about as well is like thinking about what the next Mandalorian season might happen, or what might happen in that season. I watched the first episode of Mandalorian, so I'm
Well, the
actually
problem is that
on
we
the
can't
way.
talk about it then because the end of it left
We're not
with
gonna talk about it now. I mean, in the future, if it's gonna happen, I'll put some effort into like finishing the first season of Mandalorian because I just that first episode.
Yeah. You gotta watch that, and then you gotta watch Clone Wars.
Oh, the
You haven't seen Clone Wars.
He hasn't.
Onyx is gonna kill me.
The season finale to Clone Wars was amazing.
No, the finale.
No, Pete, no, not now.
What is he
I
doing?
just got in the Discord. Don't delete it.
what? Oh,
What did
What
he?
happened?
He just, I told him that it still lets you join, and he says the best thing to do since there is no server is to delete it.
boom, boom, boom. He
Rip
just
the
got in.
server. It's all because I arrived.
So what now?
Well, I think that kind of covers everything. I feel like. I
can
mean,
wrap it up.
how long has the podcast been so
The
far?
podcast has been about 47 minutes, and we can talk more. We can talk a little more about the PS5 and the Xbox. We sort of just skipped right over them.
And
Sure.
the Steam sale, we only talked for like 2 minutes on that, but
Well, the reason why is because Cooper was buying stuff.
Yeah, Cooper was buying stuff as we were
No,
recording the
kidding.
podcast.
Yeah. How much was it? How much did you spend on that?
I've spent $100 on the summer sale so far.
Dang.
Cat.
You see,
Zero.
guys? It's worth
Hey,
it. If this
30
man here spends $100 and the second man there spends $20 in just
60
2 minutes.
60 of that was actually no. I've spent like 150 now. I've bought Wolfenstein 1 and 2. I bought
Wolfenstein.
a bunch of copies of Hoi 4. I bought Doom Eternal, and I bought a bunch of like $5 AAA games.
Oh, you could play Doom Eternal. on
ooh,
the
I
stream.
can buy. I was about to say I can buy things for Doom Eternal, but they're not things I can use.
Yeah.
Like with the points you get for summer sale.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. Wasn't last year you were able to get like I don't know, this summer sale, the bonus thing that they're doing has not been great. I know last year they did it so you could get free games or something.
I can get. Oh no. They have an animated sticker that looks like a loot crate for CS:GO, and I was like, wait, can I get my money back through CS:GO? No, they wouldn't do that.
Valorant's
I'm
sort
gonna
of
go to the front page.
yeah. Valorant has sort of stolen a lot of the clout from CS:GO. CS:GO still has that hardcore community, but a lot of the normies that were playing that game have switched to Valorant, like me. Like, I was
played
never-
CS:GO like 3 times after Valorant, and
Yeah.
I did not like the controller scheme. Like it just feels clunky. It feels old. Is when I was playing it, and Valorant just feels a lot newer.
I mean,
to
it
me.
is a pretty old game, not gonna.
Yeah, well, so if once I played Valorant, I just I can't do the CS:GO because like while the Valorant was like in between, kind of like it just coming from beta to the official release, those like 4 or 5 days. I'm like, I feel like playing Valorant. Oh, CS:GO is supposed to be like Valorant. Let me try that. And then I tried it, and I'm just like, I
Yeah.
am unamused.
Most of the games,
Not what I wanted.
I think I
wanted-
own.
Yeah.
I think I own most of the games that I wanted on the summer sale.
Yeah, I'm looking at the summer sale. I mean, they have like a bunch of like they have pretty much they have everything for everyone or something for everyone. They have Ori, they have Raft, they have Hitman, they have Dark Souls, they
I
have
think something like 90% of the games on Steam are on sale right now. It's actually
it looks
insane.
like it. I'm looking at some of these. I mean, I'm seeing looking at BioShock, Half-Life.
Oh, Rust is half off.
I got
Middle
Rust for
Earth, they
free
got,
off
like,
of.
Lord of the Rings
I got
games.
Rust from a Humble Bundle,
Nice.
so
Humble
I already
Bundle.
have Rust.
They have Rage. Wasn't Rage supposed to be good, but then just didn't go
I
anywhere?
don't know. I haven't played it, so I can't tell you, and haven't seen video of it.
Okay.
I know it's made by
Hey, Cat,
Bethesda.
Cat, have
Yeah.
you fixed Halo yet?
I've not tried Halo yet.
Do it.
I can try it now that I have a hard drive.
Yeah, actually try. Cause I
It's
don't know. I wanted to play the rest of Halo 2 on Legendary with somebody
Yeah.
because I kind of kept getting tired of like spending 3 hours on a single mission.
Yeah, I'll see if I can't fix it up. I still think it's
One
insane
of my
that
favorite things on Steam for sale is Resident Evil, which Kat
Yes.
actually got me a couple of those.
I got you 3 and 4, or no, 4 and 5.
It's beautiful.
I feel
'Cause-
like I'm the only one who doesn't ever buy games during the time of the summer sale because then I'm just always like, wait,
You've
the summer
spent-
sale was
Yeah, you
that
already
much?
spent your money on Lego, and then by the time the summer sale
Nah,
comes
nah,
out,
nah, nah, nah. I have
Nerd.
good.
He's like, nah. There's never enough money I could spend on Lego, alright?
yeah,
I could
Well,
buy all
I-
the Legos in
I-
the world.
Ruin my shelf forever.
there's a whole bunch of games on Steam, that are looking pretty cool right now.
The Good Worms game is only $7.
Yeah,
What's that?
That'd be a great game for us to all play.
I think we all have Worms already.
Well, I bought a 4-pack of Worms Revolution, but that came
Yeah.
out in 2012, not 2016.
Yay.
Mm. I don't
So,
know.
where should your money go? The summer
Lego.
sale. Okay, Lego, the summer sale, or save it for the PS5 and the new Xbox,
Lego.
whatever that is.
Well, I'm not buying either of those. If anything, I'm gonna only be buying. I'm gonna be buying one part for my PC.
What's that?
Actually, I'm also thinking about maybe upgrading my PC because, well, 8 gigs of RAM isn't really enough anymore.
You only have 8 gigs?
Hellblade. Hellblade is on special. I wanted to play that for a while, actually.
We
It
should
looks
all
really
stop
good.
looking at the store. We're
Yeah,
all gonna be broke.
I think I've
I'm just window
Oh.
shopping.
Yeah,
I
I think
literally
I've
have no money.
bought everything on the summer sale that I want. I got Doom, I got Wolfenstein. I've got the only thing I might do is spend like $40 on the Origin games that I want, and then cancel my access because it's $15 a month for that.
That's how they
Never mind.
get you.
I should cancel Disney Plus.
Yeah,
Rainbow Six Siege is $8 right now.
yeah, you should get it, and we can play that together. Because that's like Call of Duty and Valorant mixed together.
Yeah.
It's the gunplay of Call of Duty with the gameplay of CS:GO, with the bomb defusal
Yeah,
and
I've played
everything.
it before,
Yeah,
just never on PC.
it's a fun game. I've
Today on the Inefficient Podcast,
Yes.
Cooper and Cat Pirate will be looking through the summer sale and
mean-
just buying things.
Yeah, I mean, and also
We're
another
just
topic we could
Cranking
do.
out more view time right now.
We could technically discuss Lego building techniques, but I don't know if that really is that
I
good of a
know.
topic.
snot.
Officially spent $32.
The only
during this
only
podcast.
rule is snot. Studs not on
Hi.
top.
I actually watched the documentary on Netflix. What's it called? The Toys That Made Us. There was a little documentary on Lego. First of all, I think that documentary show is done pretty well. Like, it's actually kind of funny. It's very entertaining. But anyways, they did a whole thing on the Lego or Legos. I don't know how do the professionals call Legos? Monix?
Lego.
The Legos?
People really get seriously triggered if you say Legos because it's in their mind not technically true how you pronounce it, because the
Oh.
Lego company never said it anyway like that.
Oh, well, how's it supposed to be pronounced then to not trigger the Lego community?
No, it's just leave the
Interlocking bricks.
So there is
Mega blocks.
there is a Lego, and then there is the Lego. Is that what you're saying, Monix?
S. No, it's not the Lego. It's just Lego. And it doesn't have an article or.
So I'd like to buy a bunch of Lego.
Yes,
that
that's,
Yes.
that's,
Okay.
that's correct.
That's the
I mean,
politically
you don't
correct
say,
version.
I'd like to buy the Lego.
Because I
Right.
want to be very politically correct
Yes.
when I speak about Lego. So, all right. So I watched the documentary on it, and I gotta say, I learned about the system.
Lego system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
Why
Because
don't you
they
tell us about that, Monix? Just really, I think that might be the last subject we talk about
It's
before.
Yeah.
a line that they have introduced, I think, in the 80s, and that ran, I think, until 2001. It was a line that actually, in the beginning, also consisted sets from Star Wars in the beginning, but only in the year of 1999, and like the Lego system was spread out, I think, for like every topic you could imagine. You have like stuff like from the 80s or 90s, like ice planets, pirates, or I don't know what shit.
Space.
Didn't they originally design Lego? So this is part of the documentary. Didn't they originally design Lego? Not Legos. I almost said it. I'm sorry. Lego.
He said the L word.
The L word. Lego.
You
It was
can't.
originally
Don't use the
designed-
hard S. Do not use the hard S. You can't say that.
God. So
like
it
I
was
mean-
originally designed to be used for actual buildings. Am I right on that?
I actually don't know that.
Darn you, Monix. You're supposed to be
No.
our not
Look at-
only our German ambassador, but our Lego professional. And I'm talking to a professional here. I hope that you know. Thanks.
I believe I already know more about Lego than most people could tell you in their life.
Ooh.
The issue is, like, until like 2 years ago, I was mostly just interested in like Star Wars,
Yes.
and I've never really looked at themes of the past, like in the past.
And then you found out they made a game that put both of the two together.
They
My
interlock
Lord.
Lego pieces.
Modix. I wonder if Lego
I think-
Worlds is on sale.
I
Nah,
need it.
I don't need Lego Worlds.
He has Lego.
I already have it from back when it first came out, and I was still like super into Lego, thinking that my old computer could run it.
You know what? I'm gonna put this out there. It can be an obvious no, but we could watch that Lego documentary. We could all learn something. Be on a similar level to Monix. I'm just putting it out there. In
Just
case
next
y'all wanna
time,
do it.
I'll just try-
We're on a
actually
higher
try-
higher plane than Monix.
Lego Worlds is $11 right now, or $12.
Nah, or I could try to
I don't
somehow
know.
set up like
I'm
a,
saving
like a camera, so I could like as Cat and Coop currently do, like set up a cam, just doing the stream and just at the same time building a set.
gaming and building a set.
I still have shield sets sitting around. I actually have some from the 90s.
Yeah,
Wow.
that'd be cool.
That'd be interesting. That'd be good background content.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I doubt that I'm gonna build those because they're in darn good condition.
Worth a lot, yeah.
Yes.
Got it.
I mean, they're worth like $20, but still, we're very small sets, and they're hard to get sealed.
I see.
Yes.
It is of a fine year. A good vintage, is what you're saying.
Fine addition to my collection.
Yes.
Well, I don't know if we're going to be talking about anything else, but I think that kind of like wraps everything up. I feel
Yep.
like it's what we
Yeah,
had planned.
you really felt like the lack of a topic. I mean, we're talking about Lego.
I mean, it's
Is
like
there a
when you
problem with
talk
that?
about 5 minutes of Lego,
Mm.
then it's as if you're talking about hours of a valuable subject. Because Lego is just that amazing. Am I right,
Yes.
Modix?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. See, he agreed with me. He knows.
It's so amazing that I actually made a stupid video because somebody on Discord requested it. Like, I had a sealed sets from the 90s. The set was 24 years old.
Hmm.
The box was open because the seals were so damn old. They were in bad condition. So I could open the box and just take out the bags and stuff. Like, I made a video on my
Mhm.
YouTube channel, like showing off like all the contents of that darn set, and just uploaded it as a joke, as some sort of like ASMR unboxing of a Lego set. You
Nice.
can see that Lego can really lead to some stupid but creative content.
That kind of reminds me of was it
And I actually got
Ken?
positive feedback on that video.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I watched a couple of your videos from like a couple of years ago when your accent was more thick.
When my accent was more thick.
Yes, your German accent was more thick.
No, like I
Oh, I'd like
started-
to hear that. I'd like to, because
No, no, no,
Monix's
no,
accent is just
no,
not
no.
Germany enough for me.
The thing is, like, up until no, my past 9 videos have been in English, and before that, everything has been in German.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like for 6.5 years, or just more like 7 years, I just uploaded in German, unless it's videos where it's just
Yeah, see-
slideshow videos.
See, that's your problem is that German. There's only like, you know, a couple million people that know that. With English,
Yeah.
there's like hundreds of millions.
Here's the ASMR unboxing.
I'll definitely check that one out.
Yeah. Well, thanks everyone for tuning into the podcast. This has been quite an inefficient episode.
Yes.
Yes, we all
Really
thank you
depends.
for choosing to spend your inefficient time with us.
And
Yes.
I guess
We're
we will.
not sorry.
You know, we don't recommend this being a good use of your time. but
Yes.
Thank
That's
you.
why it's called the Inefficient Podcast. All right,
Yes. because we're
everyone,
not in
have a
our
beautiful
time,
day.
We're just efficient with your time.
We will see you in episode 3, hopefully.
The
All
Revenge
right,
of
bye-bye, everyone.
Efficiency.
Bye.
Goodbye.